Good morning and very welcome to the day 17, everyone. Thank you very much for being here today. Today is day 17, the magic check. This is an important session, and this is really important for the money, the monetary aspects in your life. Okay, so let's start. In the magical universe, there are no coincidences and there are no accidents. Nothing happens unless someone wills it to happen. Someone wills it to happen means nothing in this universe actually happens unless and until somebody wants it or somebody wishes for it or wills for it. The This is a quote from the writer and poet William S. Burroughs. So probably by the looks of it, most probably he is a British poet or writer, and this is what his quote is. In the magical universe, there are no coincidences and there are no accidents. Nothing happens unless someone wills it to happen. So anything that has to happen will happen only if you have the will for it to happen. Okay. When you direct gratitude's magical power towards any negative condition, a new condition is created. When you direct gratitude's magical power towards any negative condition, a new condition is created, eliminating the old condition. That means that when you get yourself to the place where you feel grateful for money or money more than you feel the lack of money, a new condition is created, eliminating the lack of money and magically replacing it with more money. So, what she is trying to say is that when you direct your gratitude, right, towards the negativity you have. So, let's say you have a negativity, you don't have money, and then you start giving gratitude for you having money or for you having enough money. What happens with that in that scenario? Your condition, the present scenario that you have for you or anybody else is that I let's say it's for a person called X. So X doesn't have money. X doesn't have money right now. But when he directs gratitude, the magical power of gratitude towards the fact that he doesn't have money, and still he thanks about money, he's creating a reality where he will have money, where he is going to feel grateful for money, right? And that is how it will eliminate the negativity that you don't have money with replacing it with more money. All bad feelings about money push money away from you and reduce the amount of money in your life. So all bad feelings about money actually pushes the money away from you and it reduces the amount of money in your life. And every time you feel bad about money, you reduce it a little more. So every time you feel bad about money, you reduce it a little more. If you have feelings about money like envy, disappointment, worry, or fear, you cannot receive more. So if you worry about money, remember when we were talking about the Lakshmi, the money aspect, we're talking that money is to be treated as Lakshmi, Goddess Lakshmi, not God Lakshmi, but Goddess Lakshmi. The reason why it has to be treated as goddess and not as God is because as goddesses, you need to treat them a little with more respect and a little bit more, you know, delicacy and love, right? So you have to treat money with happiness. You have to treat money with gratitude. If you feel bad about money, it will reduce from you. If you have feelings about money like envy, disappointment, worry, or fear, you cannot receive more. So if you envy money means you cannot envy your money, right? So if you don't have if you have money, you cannot envy your own money. Whose money will you envy? You will envy somebody else's money. So if you feel bad about somebody else having money, and if you envy that person's money, you will not get money. Now, this is something that we do a lot of time is that we always envy about the people who have money. We're thinking, oh, he has money. I don't have. Okay. No, fine. Oh, he's enjoying with his money. I don't know where is he getting it from. Must be all black money. He must be taking a lot of bribe. He must be doing a nice business, making people fool. But every time we envy that person's richness, every time we envy a person's money, we are not disrespecting that person. We are not disrespecting that person. We are disrespecting money. So, if you envy somebody's money, do not expect you to have money, right? If you feel disappointed with money, oh my God, this is not enough. Oh my God, this cannot work. Oh my God, I cannot buy anything with this. If you get disappointed with money, you will not have money. If you get worried with money, you will not have money. If you have fear for money, fear as in fear to spend money, you will not receive money. The law of attraction says that like attracts like. So if you feel disappointed that you don't have enough money, you will receive more disappointing circumstances of not having enough money. Very true. So, law of attraction says that like attracts like. So, if you are disappointed, if you are unhappy that you don't have enough money, then what will happen? You will create more scenarios that mimic this fact, that are similar to this fact that you don't have money, right? So, try not to mimic, try not to attract the negative things. So, if you don't have money, what do you need to do? You need to be grateful for the money that is coming in. If you are worried about money, you will receive more worrying situation about money. If you feel fearful about the state of money, then you must receive more situation that will continue to make you more fearful about money. So it is exactly how we give it. If you are scared about money, you will get more scenarios where you'll be more scared. If you are disappointed about money, then you will get more scenarios as such. If you are worrying about money, you will get more scenarios where you'll have to worry more about money. However difficult it may be, you have to ignore your current situation and any lack of money you currently be experiencing, and gratitude is the guaranteed way for you to do that. No, however difficult it may sound, and trust me, it is difficult because I have gone through that personally. When you don't have money, it is very difficult, or when you are in trouble for something, it is very, very, very difficult for you to ignore the fact that you don't have money. But as this thing goes, right, the there's an ad. I don't know. This is for 7 Up or is it for Sprite? I think it is for Sprite. डर के आगे जीत है. Beyond your fear lies your success. So you need to train your brain, saying that no, you are not worried for us. Being worried for something is a first natural tendency. The second one, or the heightened one, is when you're not worried about it. That is that gratitude you have, that it will have. And it is difficult to attain. It is difficult to not be worried about something, knowing that you don't have it. And it is difficult. It's like, you are sitting on you're in water, in sea, and then imagine that, okay, you are on a boat somewhere, you're rescued. It is difficult, but you have to do that. You have to learn to do that. You can be grateful for money and disappointed about money at the same time. You can't be thinking grateful thoughts about money and have worried thoughts about money at the same time. So, the one thing that you need to do when you don't have money is to be grateful for money, because you cannot be grateful and be disappointed. You cannot be grateful and be worried at the same time. Right. So the best way to honor money is to be grateful about it. Nor can you be grateful for money and have fearful thoughts about money at the same time. So you cannot have fear about money and have grateful thoughts. When you're grateful for money, not only do you stop the negative thoughts and feeling that push money away from you, you are doing a very thing that brings more money to you. So when you are grateful for money, you not only push the negative thoughts from you, feelings from you, but you are also doing the very thing that will bring more money to you, right? So remember that you need to learn how to thank money. You need to learn how to pay gratitude or respect to money. when you don't have money, even when you don't have money. If you know, our elders at home will always say, don't disrespect money, don't throw money, or don't honor money, even if it's one paisa. That I know my grandmother and all, even if one paisa falls down, they will pick it up and they will honor it. They will say forgiveness to it, like virgya. They'll put their heart and say. Money is one thing. My mom always says this thing that, money is one thing that everybody respects. No matter how rich a person is, if he loses 10 rupees, he will always look for it, where it went. No matter how rich is. If he loses the money, he will always look for it. But the thing is that we are too worried about the absence of money, the less of money. We are never thankful for the money we have. When we are thankful for the money we have, only then we will have more money. People who have money, they're not worried about money. Have you seen how people would say, uh, money is just the dirt, it's on the hand. And, in the northern part of India, it's a proverb. Money is just the dirt, it's just dirt on your hand. So why do you say money is just dirt? You're not so worried about its absence. It will come, it will go, it will come, it will go. But what you need to do is that be thankful for when it comes to you. In whatever quantity it comes, be thankful and you will have more. Be worried and you will be having more reasons to be worried for money. So it's your choice how you make it. Life always gives you a choice. It is one of these choices. You have already practiced gratitude for money and you have received and continue to receive. So before you use gratitude's magical power for money you want, you need to understand the various ways and avenues that more money or riches would come to you. Because if you are not grateful each time your riches or money increases, you will stop the abundance from following you. So now, if we have already done being gratitude for money and we have received money from it. I believe that we have received money, you have received money from it. And before we use gratitude's magical power for money that we want, we need to understand the various ways and avenues that money or riches could come into your life. So, before we understand more about the gratitude's magical power of attracting more money, we need to understand the various ways and avenues that money could come into your life. Because if you are not grateful each time your riches or money increases, you will stop the abundance from following you. So if you are not grateful each time, usually people forget. They do it very religiously when they don't have money, and once money starts flowing in, they tend to forget or they tend to sideline the practice. And if you do that, your abundance of money will stop. Money can come to you through receiving an unexpected check, an increase in salary, a lottery win, a tax refund, or an unanticipated gift of money from someone. Your money can also increase when somebody else spontaneously picks up the tab for coffee, lunch, or dinner when you are about to purchase an item and you discover that it has been discontinued, when there's a money back offer on a purchase, or when someone gives you a gift or something you needed to buy. The end result of every one of these circumstances is that you have money. So wherever a situation arises, ask yourself, does this circumstance means that I have more money? Because if it does, you need to be grateful for the money you are receiving through that circumstance. Now, most of us, we consider the presence of money as the actual money in our hands and accounts. But understand one thing, money is not what you have in your hand or in your account. Money is every time you get something from someone. Money is every time you get an offer in the account. So these are reasons you need to thank money. It is not just telling us where you get money, but these are the reasons where you should be thankful for, grateful for money, because these are the reasons when we are saving money. So it is not just having money, but also saving money means you have more money. Somebody gives you a gift that you desperately wanted, you're saving money for it, because if there's a gift that you desperately wanted, probably you will go and buy it, but not being in a situation where you, or being in a situation where you don't have to buy that thing is also saving money. If you are doing it in whatever situation, if somebody is buying you a coffee, you're saving money. Somebody is buying you lunch, you're saving money. Somebody is giving you something that you desperately wanted. That is, you know, that is saving money. That is getting money. When there is a money back offer, when you're getting money back into your account, that is money. So everything that lets you have money into your account and makes you save a little bit is actually money. So all these are the instances, or all these are the situations where you can actually thank for saving money. Does this circumstance, so whenever a situation arises, ask yourself, does this circumstance means that I have more money? Because if it does, you need to be very grateful for money you have receiving through that circumstance. So anywhere, if somebody gives you something, ask yourself, does this circumstance that I have, does this circumstance mean that I have more money? That means, how do you think? Okay, somebody gives you a laptop, right? So a laptop is how much? But a good laptop, let's say an Apple laptop is about 1 lakh rupees, right? So even though that laptop is not money as in money, but it is something that we call the cash, liquid cash, or something that we have in our hand. So that is also money. It need not be from only the money, but things that you get also is money. If you tell a friend you're about to buy an item and the friend offers to lend you or give you the very item because they don't use it, if you're planning to travel and you hear about a discounted special price that you end up taking, or if your lending institution lowers their interest rate or service provider offers you a far better package, your money magically increase through the saving of money. Are you getting the idea of unlimited situation where you can receive money? So what is that? So if you're going to buy something and your friend says that, oh, I have it, I'll give it to you, I don't use it, that is saving money. If you are planning to travel and you hear about a discount in something, that is about saving money. If you are training, if you're working somewhere, if where you have to pay a fees or something, let's say recently I had this Tata connection that I take, and they recently lowered their money price because we have another competition in the market in our society. So I saved about 400, 500 rupees on the package. So that is saving money because eventually I had to pay 1,500. Now I pay only 1,100. So 400 rupees I saved. So even that is money. Every time you save money is magically you increase money, and you are getting an option, a situation to be thankful. It is not, remember, it is not only you getting physical money into your account, or you getting money into your physical or digital money into your account. It is also every time you save money. It is also every time somebody gives you something. It is also every time you have an opportunity to pay less for something. Each of this time is you saving money. Each of this time means that you are getting money, not saving money. You're getting money into your account. Most likely, you have experienced some of these situations in the past, and whether you realized it or not at the time, they occurred because you attracted them. So most of the time, these things happen because you attracted them somewhere or other, because we go somewhere. I'm thinking, yeah, if there was a discount, I would have buy this. Oh, I wish there was a discount. Oh, I want a discount. So somewhere it is your willpower that you attract gratitude, and that you attract these offers, not gratitude. But when gratitude is your way of life, you attract magical situations all time. Many people call it good luck, but it is not luck at all. It is a universal law. But if you have gratitude your way of life, you will attract this all the time. You will attract magical situations all the time. People call it good luck, but it is not luck at all. It is a law that is happening with you. It's a universal law. Any circumstance that results in you having more money or receiving something that costs money is a result of your gratitude. So any circumstance that results in you having more money or receiving something that costs money is a result of your gratitude. Somewhere you are grateful for something. You will feel great joy knowing that you did it. And when you combine your joy with your gratitude, you have a real magnetic force that will keep attracting more and more abundance. Remember one thing, anything that you receive in your life from anybody that cost money, but you didn't pay for it, is the result of a gratitude that you had for something in life, right? It is a gratitude of somewhere, it is a gratitude that is coming back to you. And once you know that these things come from your gratitude, you will be feeling much more joy. And when you can combine your joy with your gratitude, you are going to multiply that amount. So when somebody gives you something, be thankful, not just being thankful to the person, but also to the fact that it is universe's way of saving money for you or giving abundance to you, giving more things to you. So somebody gave you a laptop, be thankful that you have got a laptop. Be grateful for that fact that you have laptop. Be grateful for the fact that you have abundance of money. And this happiness, along with your gratitude, will multiply the amount of money that will come into your life. When I arrived in the United States several years ago, I arrived with two suitcases. I worked in a bare bone apartment with my computer on my lap. I didn't have a car, so I mostly walked everywhere. But I was grateful for everything. So she's telling about her story that when she arrived in US, she had almost nothing. But still she was grateful. She didn't have an apartment, she didn't have a car, but she was grateful. It's 8:30. Thank you. I was grateful to be in the United States. I was grateful to work. I was grateful for the work I was doing. I was grateful for bare bone apartments with its four plates, four knives, four forks, and four spoons. So she had nothing. She just had four plates, four spoons, four four plates, four spoons, four forks, and four um, knives, right? Everything four. I don't understand the concept of four, but I hope it's okay. But what she's trying to say is that she just had bare minimum things. But still, I was grateful that I could walk to most places. She didn't have a car, she had to walk, but she was grateful that she could walk to most of the places. I was grateful that I could walk to, and I was grateful that there was a taxi stand right across the street. So she was grateful for the fact that she had a taxi stand right across the field. Then something incredible happened. A person I knew decided to gift me a driver and a car for a few months. So then something incredible happened. She was grateful for the fact that she is able to walk. See, most of us, we complain, right? When we are walking, if you are walking, if we have to walk for some time, some distance, the first thing that we do is to complain. Oh my God, it's so hot here. I have to walk in here. You complain, we complain, I complain. But if you can get out of that complaint, instead of saying that this is bad, say that, okay, thank you that I'm able to walk. Thank you that I have got a taxi stand as she had. And then what happened? Somebody she knew gave him a car and a driver. I was living with the most basic material things to survive, and then suddenly I had my own personal driver and car. I was grateful, so I was given more, and that is exactly how the magic happens with gratitude. So apparently, this is the beginning of her life when she started writing, and when she came to US, she didn't have anything. Eventually, she had to walk from her house till the bus stand or an auto stand. But she was always grateful that she could walk, and eventually, somebody gave her a car and a driver. See how nature works. She thanked for being able to walk to the taxi stand, and nature gave, or the universe gave her a car with a driver, not just a car, with car with a driver. So the universe didn't give her a car. We were probably expecting that, if you're walking, if I thank, universe will give me a car. But no, universe didn't give us a car. Universe didn't give her a car. She gave her a driver and a car that belonged to somebody else, the driver that was working for somebody else. It was never her. But universe provided for what she thanked for. She thanked for the fact that she was able to walk till the taxi stand from where she could take a taxi. And the universe provided her something in similar, right? Something on a better scale. So it is again the car that does not belong to you, the driver who does not work for you, but he does everything exactly how you want him to do. He will take you everywhere you want to go. That is how universe's magical gratitude works. Be grateful for what you have. You will always get a level high. It need not be something that has to come to you. You will get something that is better than what you are thanking for. Today's magical practice for money you want to receive has brought astounding results for many people. At the end of this practice, you will find a blank magic check from the gratitude bank of universe, and you are going to write out the magic check to yourself. Fill the amount of money you want to receive along with your name and today's date. Choose a specific amount of money for one thing you really want because you'll be able to feel more gratitude for the money when you know what you are going to spend the money on. Money is a means of what you want, but it's not the end result. So if you just thought about money per se, you wouldn't be able to feel as much gratitude. When you imagine getting the things you really want or doing the things you really want to do, you'll feel far more gratitude than if you were just being grateful for money. So what she's saying in today in here is that she's asking you for the magical practice for money that we want to receive, right? And how we do this at the end of this practice, we will do about a check, we'll write about a check, we'll talk about a check, and that is from the check from the gratitude bank of the universe, the gratitude bank of the universe, and you're going to write a check for yourself. So this is an entire process. I think we will do this once we go on onto that section of it. So let's see how it goes. You can photocopy or scan the magic check. So this is a site that she has given, and she says that you can actually take a print of the magic check from this site. If you want to have it, you can take it from this side. If you want to start with a smaller amount on a magic check, if you want to start with a smaller amount on your first magic check, and after you receive smaller amount, you can keep increasing the amount in your next checks. The benefit of starting with a smaller amount is that when you magically receive it, you will know that you did. You will know absolutely the magic of gratitude worked, and the gratitude and joy you feel will make bigger amounts believable for you. So first thing that you need to do is not to go for a big amount. So what we are going to write in here, we are going to make a check for yourself for the amount that we want, for the thing that we want. So if you want to have money for, let's say, buying something new in your house, so you mentally prepare yourself that you're going to get money for something that you want. You're going to write a check about it, and that is how you're going to do this. Now, we she advises you to start with a smaller amount because that is better. As you receive the smaller amount, you will feel more happier. You will know how gratitude is working. Once you have filled in the details of the magic check, hold the check in your hand and think about the specific things you want to give the money for. Get a picture in your mind and visualize yourself actually using the money to get the very thing you want, and put as much excitement and gratitude into is as you can. So you take a check. I have a check under my table. I have written the amount that I want from that. You can hold after writing it, you can hold the check in your hand and think about the specific thing that you want to have. I will explain it to you why this thing is important. This is not just random stuff. It has got a reason why she's making you do that, and I'll explain this to you later. So hold the check in your hand, get a picture in your mind, and visualize yourself actually using the money to get the very thing that you want. So visualize yourself. If you want to pay it for something, let's say you want to pay for a new furniture in your home. So hold the check, write the amount and hold the check and visualize that you are using that check. You went to the bank bank, you encash that check, that amount is in your money. Now you're going to the showroom, you're looking at your which showroom are you going? I'm going to this showroom. This is the route I'm going. I'm driving through the showroom. I can see the showroom. I'm parking the car. I'm getting out of the showroom. I'm getting out of the car. I'm getting inside the showroom. I'm climbing the stairs. I'm opening the door. I'm getting inside. The person is standing there. He's telling me hello. I'm telling him what sofa I need, what furniture I need, and everything that you want. Visualize it. It is very important that you visualize what you want to have with that money. Maybe you want the money for a new pair of shoes, a computer, or a new bed, or picture yourself actually buying what you want in store. If you would purchase what you want online, then picture yourself receiving the delivery. So you feel excitement and gratitude. You might want money to travel overseas or for your child's college education. So imagine buying your airplane ticket or opening a college bank account and feel as happy and grateful as you really received it. So envision it. When you want it, you just envision it. Think that you have received it, and that is very important. Visualize it. After you have completed these steps, take the magic check with you today or put it in a place where you will see it often or at least two more occasions during the day. Day to day, take the magic check in your hand. Take picture yourself actually using the money for what you wanted and feel as grateful and excited as you can. And though you are really doing it, if you want, you can do it more times in a day, as with any other magical practice. You can do it quite often as well. So take your magic check, take your magic check in your hand. Take your magic check in your hand. Picture yourself that you are using this money. You are using this magic check to buy the things that you want. Do this once or twice today. If you want to do it more, please, you can do it more as well. At the end of today, either keep your magic check where you had it or put it in another prominent place where you will see it daily. You could put it on your bathroom mirror, your refrigerator, underneath your magic rock, in your car or wallet, or in the background of your computer. I would suggest you to keep it in some place that you don't ruin it, because the check can get, if you put it in a wallet and all, it can get, damaged over the period of time. So keep it somewhere you can say it. I keep it on my table. It is under the sheet that I have in here. So I keep it under the table. I can always see that check. I can also do something like that. All right. So there are ways that you can keep it. Anytime you see the magic check, feel as though you received the money and be grateful that you. So anytime you see the magic check, feel grateful as if you have received the money on your check and you received the item that you wanted. Uh, or if you receive the item you wanted to spend the money on another, or on in another magical way, replace the check with a new amount for something else that you really want, and continue with the magic check practice as long as you want. So once you receive the money from the magic check and you're able to do what you did, replace the magic check with another check that gives you the same thing. So you can do this. So why do we use the magic check? The magic check is used to focus on a specific amount of money. So the first thing that we use the magic check is to focus on specific amount of money. Right. So this is the first thing that we do. The specific amount of money that you would like to receive. Right. So when the next thing is that when you already feel it, when you already feel that you have the money, you are eliminating the how part in your life. This is the biggest culprit. So the reason why you need to feel that you already have the money is to eliminate this how part. You don't have to feel how for it anymore, right? Now, the third thing is that when you feel like you are receiving it, you are shifting yourself into the receiver mode, right? not the person who is asking it, but you are limiting your belief into the receiver mode. This is the third thing. And when you do this, you are increasing the gratitude and frequency of wealth, right? The gratitude and frequency of wealth. Now, I don't know if you know this thing, how it connects to the Vedic thing or the Vedic part in our life, is that we have sankalp, right? What is sankalp? This is your firm belief, the conscious decision to have something in our life, right? It should be made up of clear and pure mind and heart, right? Sattvic. It should be sattvic in nature. It should be clear. It should not have any harm for anybody. It is not just for anyone to harm. It is not just a wish. But remember, sankalp is not wish. No, it is not. It is actually more than that. It is a powerful statement of intent. Powerful statement of intent. This is what sankalp is. Now, with sankalp, you add one more point, and that is prarthana. Prarthana is what? It is the request or the desire, divine. So, even if you don't have prarthana, if you have bhavana to it, that is fine. So, you'll add bhavana. Right. Now, what is the check? Why are you making the check is one thing that will come to you. Is that why you're making the check there? Why are you writing the check? Well, that check is something that we call yantra, right? Yantra, you must be aware, if you're aware of the Vedic scriptures, you would know that yantra is a sacred diagram or a tool, a sacred diagram or a tool, right? As a sacred diagram or a tool. And why is it is there? Well, an yantra is basically a geometric design which has got sacred symbols or mantras which are used as a tool for meditation or your spiritual practice, or or remember this, it is used for your mantra, the yantra. It is used as it's a geometric design with sacred symbols or mantras, which is used for meditation, spiritual practice, or and energy focus. It focuses energy for a specific purpose. If you understand yantra, it is always designed to focus energy for a specific purpose. Now, this yantra acts as a visual representation of a concept or of a wish, of a desire, of a helping or a help to our mind to concentrate and manifest intentions. Right. So when you create a yantra, it is a diagram that focuses energy for a specific purpose, manifestation. It's a visual representation of a concept. It helps our mind to concentrate and manifest intentions. And that is exactly what your check does. It is a yantra to get what you want. The thing that you need to do is that you need to have the yantra, that is your check, and then you need to put the bhavana into the practice of cultivating that specific emotional state of mental being where you are empowering it. And when you empower it every time, you get the result that you want, right? It is as simple as that. It is just understanding how this works and then start working on it. You can actually add Sankalpa, Prarthana, Bhavana, that you have Sankalpa and Prarthana and Bhavana. But if you just keep it Sankalpa and Bhavana with the yantra, that is also fine. There is another concept wherein it is about Sankalpa, Prarthana, and Bhavana. I don't have the time to explain it here. It is a little longer. But if you just keep it Sankalpa, Sattvic Sankalp with the Bhavana and the Yantra, that is what keeping the check is about. Make the check, keep the check, and give it energy, and everything that you need will come to you, right? Remember, in our Vedic literature, wealth is not just currency. It is a sacred energy which is governed by the designated Lakshmi, right? Lakshmi is considered not just for money, she's considered abundance for everything, like beauty, for grace, for any abundance, right? So how do you receive Lakshmi? You need to cultivate, if you want to receive Lakshmi, you need to cultivate Shraddha. So this is Shraddha, your faith, right? You need to have Kritagyata. Gratitude is not thank you. Remember, gratitude is not thank you. It is misconcepted as thank you. Gratitude is not thank you. It is actually Kritagyata. This is gratitude. And then Dan. Why do we do dan? Because when we do dan, we are appreciating the money that we have. We are appreciating the amount that we have, and we give it to others with happiness. So when we do a dan, it is actually feeling gratitude for money. That is why it say when you do dan, you get more. You give more, you get more. Because when you do dan, you always have to do dan with happiness. So when you're sending away, see, dan is probably the only time that you give money to somebody with happiness, with the intent for it to work for him. And that is when you get more money because you are giving the dan. So have you ever thought why people who do so much of gyan dan, they have so much money? They have so much money because when you spend money with an intent, with a positive intent, you get money. And that is what it means. When you express gratitude for wealth before it arrives, remember, if you express gratitude for wealth before it arrives, you show trust in the divine timing and your spiritual readiness, and that will bless you with more money as per the law of yet the law of attraction, right? It is also the law of exchange, but we will say the law of energy, the law of attraction. So when you give money without you having it, you are expressing gratitude, saying that you have it, and you will always attract more money in life, right? This is what it is, the magic check is about. So today, when you hold your magic check in your hand, right, remember, universe responds to certainty and not desperation. This is a huge line that you need to understand, that the universe responds to certainty. It responds to certainty and not to desperation, right? Universe never responds to desperation. It always responds to certainty. So when your heart says thank you before your hands are full, miracles will happen. When your heart says thank you before your hands are full, you will always have miracles to meet. And that is what this lesson is about. The Lakshmi's abundance mantra. And that is what this entire lesson is focused on. Do that, and it will help you have more. Let's come to magic practice number 17, the magic check. What does she say? Count your blessings. This has been a constant one all throughout our magic practices. This is the constant one. Why you're grateful. Read your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you. And please say thank you with the bhavna. Don't just say it for the sake of saying it. Fill in your magic check with the amount of money you want to receive, along with your name and today's date. So fill in your magic check with the amount you want to receive, along with your name and today's date. Hold your magic check in your hand and imagine purchasing the specific things you want the money for. Feel as happy and grateful as you can that you have received it, and feel as happy as you can for the fact you have received it. Take the magic check with you today, or put it in a place where you will see it often. On at least two more occasions, take the check in your hands, picture yourself using the money for what you want, and feel as grateful as though you're really doing it. So when you have the check, don't just have the check, but also take it in your hand, and at least on two occasions, take the check in your hand. Picture yourself using the money for what you want it to be, and feel as grateful as though you were really doing it. At the end of today, keep your magic check in a prominent place, somewhere that it is visible to you most of the time, where you will see daily when you have received the money on your check, or if you receive the item you wanted to spend the money on, replace the check with a new amount for something else you want, and repeat steps 2 and 4. So remember, it is not all only about receiving it. This is an item that you want to buy. Let's say you want to buy an iPhone and you're saving money for it, or your check is for iPhone, and somebody comes and gives you that iPhone. Your parents decide to give you an iPhone. You have received, you have fulfilled that magic check. So change the check, put another check with the other amount, and follow the steps once again. Just before you go to sleep tonight, so this is static. Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic word thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. So today, hold your magic rock and say the best thing that happened to you in your life. So this is the check. You can have this check, or you can write your check as well. You can download a copy of this from this website, from this web address, and you can write it. So this is the copy. Pay whatever your name is. So if it's your name is, uh, let's say your name is Ram Kumar, right? Uh, what is the amount? 1,50,000. All right, that's it. And you keep this and put the date for today. Let's say today's date is, what is the date today? Today is 30th June 2025. Right? This is your check. Take the check, put the amount, feel that you have this check. All right. That's about it for today's lesson. I really hope that this helps you to manage things, and you have learned something from this, and it is going to help in your life. Um, we will start with the magical to-do list in the next session. This is an interesting one, the magical to-do list. And till the time, please do practice these magical practices. And I really wish that you may have the abundance and blessings of Goddess Lakshmi. Till the time we meet again tomorrow, have a lovely day for each one of you listening to me. Have a great day ahead of you. May you have the abundance that you're looking in for. Remember to have gratitude in your life. Remember one very simple thing, that when your heart says thank you before your hands are full, miracles are waiting to meet you. Great day. God bless you.